Is it possible to have low noise at high ISO settings, like 3200 or even 12500? Yes, it is. And you don't even need a special camera for this. Your regular camera will just do fine. Nowadays, modern digital cameras handle higher ISOs better, but there's a point where noise becomes too noticeable, and it will ruin the image. For example, my Canon 5D Mark III manages ISO 800 or even 1600 without too much noise, but beyond ISO 1600, noise becomes too obvious and image quality degrades fast. But you have a different option. A solution exists for non-moving subjects, like landscapes or macro images. By shooting a burst of images and blending them in Photoshop, you can achieve a cleaner image, even at higher ISOs. For example, I used this technique for this mushroom. I want the mushroom to be in focus from front to back. I wanted a wide depth of field, so I set the aperture to f16. Shooting handheld required a fast shutter speed, so I set it at 1/200 to avoid any camera shake. So I had to raise the ISO to 6400 in order to get a good exposure. An ISO of 6400 is well beyond my camera's comfort zone. If we now examine the image closely, at an enlargement of 100% or even at 200%, the noise is very prominent and reduces image quality significantly. If you shoot a series of images at the same settings and under the same light conditions, the noise for a single pixel will differ slightly. As you can see in this 1000% enlargement of these images, 3 images shot in a burst within a time span of only half a second. All 3 images have the same level of noise, but the distribution of noise differs between the 3 images. If we look at the same pixels for the different images, we see a small variation. The bigger this variation, the bigger the noise will be. Now, if we shoot a series of images and average them out in Photoshop, we can reduce this variation and consequently reduce the noise. Let's have a look at the same mushroom. For this mushroom, I set the settings. ISO at 6400, an aperture of f16 and a shutter speed of 1/200. And I set my shutter to high speed mode. If I now press and hold the shutter, my camera shoots a series of images at 6 frames per second, as long as I keep pressing the shutter. I focus on the mushroom cap, and handheld I shoot a burst of 10 to 15 images. If we look at a single image, we notice a lot of noise. But now we select these images and we open them as layers in Photoshop. As you can see, the alignment of the images isn't perfect. That's because I shot them handheld. So we have to correct this first. I select all layers by clicking on the first one and then on the last one, while holding Shift. Then I go to Edit, Auto Align, and now all images have been aligned. Sometimes Auto Align doesn't work perfectly, but you want all images aligned as good as possible. So, to get the best results, you'll need to check and correct the alignment manually. To do this, click on the first layer and then on the penultimate one, while holding Shift. Set the blend mode of these layers to Difference. Click on the eye icons of the images so only the 2 bottom ones are visible. Click on the top one to activate it. Now activate the Move tool by clicking on the V button. Now you're able to move the layer by clicking and dragging it, or you can just use the arrows on your keyboard. The aim is to get the images as dark as possible. And that means that the alignment is at its best. If the layer is aligned, click on the eye icon to make it invisible. Then click on the eye icon of the next layer. Click on the layer itself to activate it and align the layer. Make sure that you move the correct layer. The layer you move will be the layer that's active. That's the one with the white rectangle. Here in this example, you notice that one side is often better aligned than the other one. You won't always be able to get a perfect alignment. Just try to get it as dark as possible. And if you notice that one of the layers can't be aligned properly, that's if you can't get it dark enough, then get rid of that layer. Click, hold and drag it to the bin. And continue with the next one. When you have aligned all layers, activate all eye icons. Click on the first layer and then on the last one while holding Shift and set the blend mode back to normal. Now all layers have been aligned properly. To be able to compare the before and after, I press Command or Ctrl J to copy all layers. Normally you don't have to do this step. I only do this to have a reference later on. Now I'm going to create a smart object combining all the layers. With all layers selected, go to Layer, Smart Object and Convert to Smart Object. Now all these layers will be combined into one smart object, but you still will see the original top image only. And if we zoom in, you still notice a lot of noise. There's no difference between the noise of the original images and the smart object. Now we're going to average out the noise of the different layers that sit within the smart object. With the smart object activated, we go to Layers, Smart Object, Stack Mode, and then we select Mean. In this mode, Photoshop calculates the average exposure for each pixel of the different layers that we combined in the smart object. And by doing this, the noise will be averaged out. If you now zoom in, you notice that the noise has been reduced a lot. It's almost like all noise has gone. Let's compare with the noise of the original image. The difference is huge. While the original images, there's still a lot of noise, the noise in the smart object has almost entirely disappeared. So, at an ISO of 6400, I was able to shoot handheld, an image with a wide depth of field, without any noise. Now, let's take it to the extreme. Here's a burst that I shot of the same mushroom, but this time at an ISO of 12,800, an aperture of f16 and a shutter speed of 1/640. The shutter speed is definitely faster than what I need for shooting handheld, but that's not important right now. It's only to generate an image at the extreme high ISO of 12,800. This burst consists out of 12 exposures. I open up the layers in Photoshop. I align them. This time Auto Align did a perfect job. As you can see here, when checking the differences of alignment between the layers, so there's no need for manual corrections. The steadier you hold your camera during the burst and the more frames per second your camera shoots, the smaller the chance that Auto Align will fail. So quite often you don't need to do an extra correction. And now I create a smart object and set the stack mode to mean. Even at this extreme ISO, the result is amazing. At an enlargement of 200%, you will still notice a little bit of noise, but it's a whole lot better than the original image. And if I would have shot a burst of 15 images, the result would even have been better. The more images you use, the better the effect will be, but the effect will already be visible when using only 2 images. On the other hand, using more than 15 images won't give any significant improvement. This technique works perfect on non-moving objects. Does this all mean that I don't use a tripod at all? No, I still use a tripod, but this technique gives me extra options. Now I'm able to shoot these images in low light conditions, even when I don't carry a tripod. And next to that, it gives me the opportunity to react quickly and take the shot before the occasion passes. And in some occasions, you even aren't allowed to set up a tripod. And that's when this technique really can help you out.